A lot of people prepare for marriage the same way students prepare for an exam they forgot was today. Panic, optimism, and an unreasonable amount of confidence. Some of you spend 8 months choosing wedding colors, and 8 minutes discussing how you'll handle conflict, money, resentment, family boundaries, emotional triggers, and the possibility that one day you'll both annoy each other for absolutely no reason. People prepare for the wedding. Very few prepare for the marriage. That mistake costs people years. And that becomes a problem because marriage has a cruel sense of humor. Whatever you refuse to deal with before it usually shows up after it. Bigger, louder, and far more expensive. Most marriage problems don't begin after the wedding. They begin long before it. Marriage simply removes the distractions and exposes whatever was already there. That is why the first thing you need to get right before marriage is yourself. Research from the University of Denver found that people who entered marriage with stronger psychological well-being, less emotional distress, and greater life satisfaction experienced significantly healthier marriages later. That makes sense. If you constantly need reassurance, struggle with self-worth, or rely on another person to feel complete, marriage does not magically solve that. It magnifies it. Unresolved problems rarely stay the same size inside marriage. A partner can support your healing. They cannot become responsible for it. The second thing is understanding the relationship patterns you inherited. Most people think they're choosing love. Often they're repeating familiarity, the communication style you watched growing up, the way conflict was handled, the way affection was shown, the way apologies happened, or never happened. Those lessons quietly follow people into adulthood. Research on relationship behavior passed between generations consistently shows that unhealthy family patterns often reappear unless people consciously interrupt them. You don't choose what taught you love. You choose whether you keep repeating it. Most people don't realize they're repeating a pattern until they're trapped inside it. Third, learn how to disagree without creating emotional casualties. Relationship researcher Dr. John Gottman studied couples and discovered 4 habits that consistently predicted divorce: criticism, contempt, defensiveness, stonewalling. Notice something. None of them involve the actual disagreement. The danger isn't conflict. Every healthy marriage has conflict. Not every marriage survives how it handles it. Some people fight to solve problems. Others fight to punish, embarrass, dominate, or escape accountability. Marriage doesn't remove those habits. It gives them more opportunities to appear. Fourth, stop treating money like an awkward side conversation. Money arguments remain one of the biggest sources of marital stress and divorce. Because money is rarely about money. It's about fear, security, control, freedom, values. One person spends to feel alive. Another saves because they fear instability. Neither partner understands why the other behaves that way. Now every purchase becomes a character debate. And neither person understands why the argument feels so personal. Before marriage, discuss debt, income, spending habits, financial goals, everything. Secrets become much more expensive after signatures are involved. The biggest lie people believe is that marriage creates strong relationships. It doesn't. Marriage reveals them, and reality is much harder to negotiate with than hope. And finally, make sure you're building the same life. Not just sharing attraction, sharing direction. Because attraction creates relationships, direction sustains them. Research highlighted by the Institute for Family Studies found that strong commitment combined with shared meaning predicts greater marital stability and satisfaction. Because love alone cannot carry a relationship forever. Eventually, life gets difficult. Bills arrive. Health changes. Stress appears. Shared purpose becomes the thing holding two people together when feelings temporarily fluctuate. The wedding lasts a day. The habits, values, wounds, communication patterns, and emotional maturity you bring into it follow you for decades. The strongest marriages aren't built by people who found the perfect partner. They're built by people who did the uncomfortable work before, saying, "I do." Subscribe to LoveLens.